Yes, brothers and sisters, we are finally back again for another one, another reaction on this Brbptv. Be real, be positive television, brothers and sisters. I'm only dropping one video today, guys, and of course, with that said, let us get into the vibrations for today. Right there, of course, we've seen what we've seen on the screen right there, brothers and sisters. Signal band, Stasha. What exactly is going on? It seems like there's some sort of hoopla going on in the place, and of course, a letter had to be written, and of course, it's a statement by Signal band and Stasha. Of course, for immediate release, that was released today, August 31st, 2023. The management of the Boyo Group, Signal Band, of course, it's a Boyo Group, alongside the artist Marsha Stasha Laurent. Of course, they finally found her name right there. But anyways, Stasha issues this joint statement to dismiss disturbing and derogatory allegations regarding the reason why or reason for the exclusion of the artists. I'm guessing they're speaking about Stasha on the event flyer. It seems like some people were making noise, talking about all kind of stuff that not necessarily is accurate. People just like to make stuff up. Oh my God! All right then. Anyways, the reason for the exclusion is as follows: the artist has recently migrated and is pursuing alternate personal plans. Of course, she's an artist, but she's also a human being. She can pursue her own personal plans as well. Her life doesn't totally revolve around the band. You also have a life as well, just like every other artist or musician in that particular band right there, which she wishes to keep private. So she doesn't want you to know all her business. No, brothers and sisters, mind your business. Anyways, it has been mutually agreed upon that while a permanent relationship is not possible at this time between Stasha and the Signal Band, the artist will make some appearances with the band when possible. So when it is possible, she will perform with the band. When not, she will not, because she has migrated, and of course from time to time, I'm guessing, based off that, you will understand how things go. And she's a great artist. She performs well. I was the one who pretty much well, not me, but I was the host of the one who announced when she finally became known with Vicetell. I wonder, where's Vicetell, boy? Where is Vicetell right now? But anyways, Vicetell gave her the platform to push her talents, and of course I was the host at that particular time when she was announced winner of the competition right there. Anyways, the purpose of the flyer image change is merely to protect the reputation of both entities and minimize false advertisement of false advertising. Sometimes they tend to push photos, put people photos on things, and these people have no clue about it, just like Popcorn. Popcorn saw his face on thing and checking. Wait a while, I don't know about this, but anyways, I guess it was the managers that was spoken to and not Popcorn, and of course they then would tell Popcorn where he has to go and perform. Anyways, Signal Band is wishing to further clarify that no personal issues exist between the artist and the band and or any of its members. Okay, so some people must have thought some speculations was going on, some interesting things. No, they come to say no, it's not going on. Right there, Signal Band has appreciated the contribution of Stasha's presence over the years and wishes her the very best in her future endeavors, as does Stasha wish to the band as well the very best in its future. So Stasha has been doing a wonderful job making good music to the point where people enjoy it, and of course she is now pursuing personal plans, brothers and sisters. Personal plans, who knows what these personal plans could be? It could be marriage, it could be getting a job somewhere, it could be something, brothers and sisters, who knows? But of course, guys, with that stated right there, let me know your thoughts. What do you think it is in that regard? Moving on, brothers and sisters, I saw this thing rather interesting right there. Of course, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit apparently has announced that the government of Dominica will nominate none other than Mrs. Sylvanie Burton for the position of President of the Commonwealth of Dominica. The term of H.E. Charles A. Boy, look some name we got. Yes, Lord. H.E. Charles A. Savre D.A.H. will end on October 1st, 2023. So that is in about a month time, a month and a day time. No, just a month. Mrs. Burton is currently the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Environmental, Rural Modernization and Kalinago Upliftment, which is, of course, she has been, and of course, she's 58 years old, married, mother of 2 children, and a devout Catholic and community-oriented person. That Satan does go to church too. Anyways, she will become Dominica's first woman and indigenous person to hold the highest office of the land. And apparently this is her right there. First of all, how you know she will become the first? How you know she will become the first in the first place? This is just a nomination. But with the understanding of something rather interesting right there, brothers and sisters, I have to point it out right there. It is stated right there, Mrs. Burton is currently the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Environmental Rule and Modernization and Kalinago Upliftment, so forth and so forth and so forth. But of course, when we're looking at this very statement right there, the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Dominica, brothers and sisters, page 34, section 21.2, I don't know if that's what they call it, section 21.2, a person shall not be qualified to hold the office of president if he or she, well, they say he there, but maybe that's why they put in that. Anyways, he or she holds any other office of emolument, whether in the public service or otherwise, or if he or she is engaged in any other occupation for reward. According to this statement right here, Mrs. Burton is currently the permanent secretary. Therefore, this goes against the very thing. I heard a number of persons saying that she can resign. No, brothers and sisters, have nothing to do resign. First of all, people who are become president, they are not supposed to be having a job in any sort of way, shape, or form. And another reason I must point out, brothers and sisters, is on the basis of understanding how exactly would she be impartial. A president is not supposed to be biased or impartial at all, just like the Mr. Speaker of the House should not be partial, yet still he going on stage. It seems like things just happening in Dominica they're just happening. It is stated right there, a person shall not, and I make sure a person, some of you might say, oh, he that there, she, and a person, including everybody, shall not be qualified to hold the office of president if he. Now, brothers and sisters, understanding when this was written, he also meant both sexes, just like the Bible was speaking about. I'm certain when he mentions he also speaks about both sexes as well, brothers and sisters. So that engulfs everything. If you look at the Spanish language or French language, when you see li for plural, when you see le or el for plural, whatever it is, brothers and sisters, they normally el personas, whatever it is, brothers and sisters. When you see el, and they're not talking about a man, but they're talking about two individuals, it also mentions L. They use the masculine form to do this. In English, I'm guessing it's the same thing. So somebody might say, oh, they never mention she. A person, el persona, all right, shall not be qualified to hold the office of president. This is so specific. If he or she, like I said before, holds any other office of emolument, whether in the public service, private service, wherever it is, brothers and sisters, no, or in the public service or otherwise. I'm not necessarily pointing out private. People can have the private stuff, but I can't really. But they say public service or otherwise. I'm guessing in relation to the public status right there. If you're a lawyer or whatnot, you can pretty much break it down for us right there. But it's very clear that she's holding a position of emolument, brothers and sisters, and therefore she should not be nominated. That should not be at all. It seems like we're just breaking all the rules Dominica have, as if, what is the constitution now? I think the Prime Minister was saying no constitution or nothing will stop him from. Brothers and sisters, the constitution is meant to hold the leaders accountable. It is also meant so that the leaders do not overstep their bounds. Brothers and sisters, when it's as clear as daylight, she's not retired, nothing like that. She's currently the permanent secretary in the ministry. She's undercarried them. A president is supposed to be impartial, brothers and sisters. They're not saying that they cannot have their viewpoints, but when they come in the house, or when they are supposed to, if the prime minister does anything, the president will step in and say, hey, no, stop your dirty ways. You get my sentiment right there, brothers and sisters. But apparently, things like this does happening in Dominica. Not saying that she shouldn't be president. I'm saying based off this and the constitution of Dominica, she should not be nominated in the first place. Maybe after she has retired and, spent some years or whatever, maybe then they can put her in. But she's that's going against the Constitution of Dominica. That is literally going against the Constitution of Dominica. Is another president again. We had Charles Savary. Charles Savary was part of the Freedom Party. A leader of the Freedom Party should not be there too. I think it's in there as well. The leader of any party should not be a president or hold power of president or something like that. If you see the guys, you can always point it out. But yes, Charles Savary went under, carried them under Roosevelt Douglas. For the union of both parties. Later down, the man, well, I think he had retired a bit, but he it's very clear who is his loyalty lied with. Therefore, he cannot be impartial. Brothers and sisters, that's what I'm talking about. When things are happening in Dominica, people don't want to say nothing about it. It's just happening. Yes, man. Yes, man. People even saying, I heard some people saying congratulations. Congratulations to what? She's nominated. She's not supposed to be nominated in the first place. That person, I could know that person. I could know this person. It doesn't matter. The Constitution is there for a reason. And it's there to prevent people from manipulating the system. All you congratulating the lady, and the lady is employed as a permanent secretary again, me. And you think it's just right, Brothers and sisters, what are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts in this regard right there? I mean, it's very clear to see here. Let me look at number 1. A person shall not be qualified to be elected as president if he has already held the office of president for 2 terms. So they have presidency for 2 terms, but they don't want 2 terms for prime ministership. He is disqualified to be elected or appointed as representative or senator by virtue of subsection 1A, whatever, blah blah blah. Maybe I know I read it somewhere. When you're a leader of a political party, you cannot become president or something like that. Or maybe the Court of Appeal shall have jurisdiction to hear and determine any questions whether any person is qualified to be nominated for elections. Hopefully they bring that up. The Court of Appeal needs to hear this. It's very clear. Therefore, she should not be president. An application to the Court of Appeal, I guess this is on the basis of I'm trying to reject the nomination. So you have to bring the Court of Appeal in. An application to the Court of Appeal for the determination of any questions under this section may be made by the Attorney General or by any other member of the House. And if so, I'm thinking if the opposition, the main opposition of Dominica would do it, they can, but not necessarily saying they can do it. So it has to be the independent candidates that has to do it. They say member of the House. And if it is made by the member other than the Attorney General may intervene and may then appear or be represented in the proceedings. I mean, all they have to do is present it there. I mean, that is clear. that is clearer than daylight. You know what is clearer than daylight, brothers and sisters? My skin color right now. But anyways, brothers, you get my point right there. Number 3, it says the powers, practice and procedures of the Court of Appeal in respect of any application for the determination of any questions under this section, including without prejudice to the generality of the foregoing, the time in which and the condition upon which an application may be made shall be regulated by such provision as may be made by Parliament. No appeal shall lie from any decision of the Court of Appeal under this section. So hopefully they appeal these, brothers and sisters, and they present the Constitution of Dominica, page 34, 21, section 21(2). So I think that's what they should present right there, because that's very clear to me. What are your thoughts, guys? Maybe me that wrong. Anyways, moving on, brothers and sisters, we have this last thing right there, none other from Trilla G. I remember they were calling Trilogy. It's not Trilogy, it's Trilogy. Interesting. Right. Anyways, Calypso King made a statement again after his videos, made a statement and stated on August 30th, 2023 for immediate release. Calypso music connects people and cultures. That's true. I realize how significant this is after becoming Calypso monarch of none other than the Commonwealth of Dominica. It is indeed an honor to connect with and serve the people since becoming Calypso King on February 20, 2023. Right there. He did a wonderful job, fantastic job doing his thing, and of course having the crowd wondering what on earth is he gonna sing, and putting that out there, and the crowd was wowed by it, and of course as a result of the whole ambience of his performance and the lyrical content and the whole vibe he pretty much brought on the stage, I could say yes, he definitely deserved it right there. It is a known fact, he's saying, that I speak and sing my mind. Well, from the last video, I could tell that you're probably trying to be politically correct, but I guess you're trying to speak your mind, but still trying to protect yourself and your music and your brand and this kind of things there at the same time, which would make sense for you to do. But if you have to speak your mind, artists tend to do these things. They speak their mind and they tell the truth as they see it fit. You can, if you don't want to speak it, you can sing it. You should sing it out right there. A number of persons were saying, hey, you should sing it in your music and whatnot, as a result of Calypso, and maybe people understand. Maybe next time when Calypso is coming around, you will be able to put something in that right there and really truly say what you have to say in your music. So anyways, he's saying it is a known fact that I speak and sing my mind. So when I said via a social media post that we need to take back our country or take back Dominica, brothers and sisters, this was quite within my character, he stated. My statement was a call to young Dominicans and citizens alike to regain what I see as a loss of pride in self and country. There's definitely a loss of pride in self and country in the nature of the Caribbean, considering we're seeing things going on and people are quiet. Therefore, people need to speak out. The younger folks need to say, hey, what you doing me there? You literally just quavered my future. Young people need to go out there and make noise, although the demographic of young people, I think, that listening to him maybe not necessarily voting age yet, but as time goes by, maybe inculcating the music in the young persons, and they're getting wisen up by it. They will hopefully make a future change, but they need to tell the older folks, stop screwing up our future. I think that's a vital thing to say. Do you agree or you disagree? Let me know that in the comment box below. Right there. The notion that young are a CEO generation is based on false premise. I don't think so. I think it's very true. Because most of the conventions that we see, if there was no CEO, then you would not see those young people there at all. You would not see them at all. When people, I remember passing by the Maho convention, it was looking big. It was looking big. I'll peep inside, all those elderly folks inside, all those young people outside with the music. They're only listening to what's going on the stage. They're outside by them trucks, the truck playing music, and they're outside there blocking traffic. Hey, that was something else right there. So the premise of young people liking their CEO is definitely true. But I don't think it should be the premise that they're focusing on. But it seems like that is the premise that they seem to be focusing on me. They don't see what happening. They don't care. They want to get their money to leave Dominica. When I ask most people what they think about Dominica, they say, boy, I want to get the money to roll out. Generally speaking, I'm talking about 5, 6, 7 years old people, little people telling me those things. They want to get their money to roll out. Hey. Anyways, the notion that young people are CEO generation is based on a false premise. That's what he said. Young people travel and we observe the level of development of our sister islands. A lot of young people haven't traveled yet now. A lot of older folks haven't traveled yet for them to even know what is taking place outside there. They see TV and they say, wow, and they think that everything is fine and dandy in Dominica. That's crazy. Boy, that's something else. Developing our sister islands, yes. Development in the sister islands, St. Lucia, Grenada, all these places, St. Kitts. I mean, all these places, they have a vibe to them. The people act differently because there's a level of comfortability in the economy that they're in. It's not the best, it's not the most perfect, no, but it's definitely better. That brings forth a better arrangement for the individuals right there, whereas in Dominica it's not the case at all. Anyways, Young people, he stated, have questions. They definitely do. And we demand greater accountability and transparency from those who run the affairs of the country. That's true. No, that's what you're talking about right there. We demand greater accountability and transparency from those who are in office or running the present affairs of the country. I aim to lead a message of inclusion, on inclusion, not division. Okay, that's probably why he was trying to be politically correct, because you could tell that there's something going on right there. Anyways, he says he's aimed to lead a message of inclusion. I'm guessing Labour Party, Freedom Party, Workers Party, UPP Party, APP Party, Papi Party, all the parties it have, brothers and sisters, or had, I guess, the followers of these people. Inclusion, man, not division. Young people want to be seen and heard. We want to be respected and embraced in our process of nation building, brothers and sisters. But let's be real here. When it comes down to people in nation building, young persons don't want to be involved in these things. They talk about agriculture, and agriculture is the way forward. How much people you see looking to do agriculture? Not on the basis of them not trying, There might be 10 people actually trying to do something. But where are the thousands of young people who want to go into agriculture to do something? They're not there. Because then again, where are the markets? The government officials seem to be lacking in that regard. So they also have a burden to bear in that responsibility for why the youth are not participating in that. So I understand what he's saying right there. When it comes up to nation building, the youth need to be involved. And I was hearing people talk about youth being involved and all those kind of things there, and then putting youth in certain positions. Brothers and sisters, you cannot just put somebody in certain positions because they're youth, The person has to have a good head on their shoulder and at least have some moral fabric in them. Next thing, they just bring in Satan to run country. Stop your dirty ways, man. That's probably what happened with the present regime. I look trouble. Anyways, brothers and sisters, young people want to be understood and appreciated. We want our youthful energies to be brought to the table in a meaningful way. We want to have a say in designing our destiny. I remember this beautiful young lady did her designing and stuff, and of course she was fabulous with it, So the talent and skill set of the youth. I say that like I old. But the youth, brothers and sisters, according to Trilla, right there, I am gratefully encouraged by the outpouring of support that I have received by the overwhelming majority of young persons in Dominica since the Take Our Country Back post was posted. I welcome the wisdom and experience of grown persons who share a vision of a better Dominica. Oh, well, sometimes we have to wonder if the grown folks have a vision of better Dominica because they screwing it up for the young people. The older folks, them screwing it for... I sit down listening in the previous reaction I did. The elderly lady, I don't know if she older folk. The lady speaking as if she know what she's saying. She's speaking as if she know what she's saying, and when it comes down to reality, it's a completely different story to what she's saying. And then Kara came in to, bring some sense to the nonsense that was taking place. It's like being a jester. People are laughing at things you're saying because, hey, they're surprised you say it. What? And you think people was on your side and... Anyways. Where was I? The older folks need to have a better vision for Dominica. And even though the time pass, they need to prepare the way for the future. I don't understand these people. Anyways, this is why I will launch the TKYI initiative on October 1st, 2023 to mark the 23rd anniversary of Rosie Douglas' death and initiate a platform for young advocacy and togetherness, upward mobility, and social justice. I'm guessing he wants to do something that's pretty cool right there. There's a lack of vision on productivity, yes. With a lack of vision, the people perish. Isn't it true? Very true indeed. A lack of vision, the people perish. A lack of productivity, the people perish. Stalemate vibes will always perish. Unattractive politics that have gripped our nation since Roosevelt Douglas has passed. Before I even knew myself, and now that I know myself, I believe it is time to take back our country. The youth of our nation stands solidly behind this. Take it back. pledge because we are fed up. No, that's a little more bold face and to the point versus the video that you did. I guess you took your time and wrote this, and yes, man, I appreciate that you wrote this and to ensure that, hey, the people who are really accountable for what is happening in the country are our leaders. It's not the opposition. The opposition is supposed to hold the people in a position accountable. That's why they have parliament and so forth and so forth. And it's the people that they have to put on the present regime to bring pressure, because the people are the ones voting for these people, whether overseas or not. That self is a whole other thing, brother. Before I get a headache in that regard, let me leave that alone, brothers and sisters. But I think what he wrote there made a lot more sense. Certain things are based off reality. I can see, I give my views on it. But what are your views, brothers and sisters? What are your views on what he had to say right there? What are your views on this lady being nominated as president, even though the constitution stated that, she's working, she should not be president? What are your thoughts, brothers and sisters? And of course, what are your thoughts behind Stasha leaving the signal band, or not being able to be permanent with the signal band, as she's about to make a new move, or has made moves in her life, personal life, right here? What are your thoughts, guys? But I'm really interested in this one right there. Yes, man, leave your thoughts in the comment box below. With all that said right there, guys, give this video a thumbs up if you understand it. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get all the videos as they tend to come from. I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Remember, guys, be real, be positive.